Okay, so I don't understand the government policies too much, but I'm going to try to talk about what I do understand. Okay, so this farm bill subsidy is increasing while food stamps are decreasing, and that's on the federal level. So, from what I understand, that's what the federal government is communicating, is that poor people are going to get less support, whereas farmers get more support. And I for one welcome that, but that means more policies have to change on the lower levels for that to become successful. I mean, we're looking at a huge shift in our culture and in the values on how we support poor people. I mean, poor people are always going to be around, but how they can take care of themselves, how I could take care of myself, has to change. I don't have to be all dependent upon that $200 a month in food stamps. I could be more self-sufficient and practice more homesteading, but the policies and the ordinances within cities prevent that. And that's where that's where a huge change needs to occur, and it really isn't. It's already been put in place with the federal government. They took the initiative, and they're communicating. They're like the Pope. Okay, they communicate down to the lower masses and let them know, hey, this is how we're gonna change the government, and it's up to you and how you want to respond to that. A lot of cities, if you could just look at the simple laws against chickens within cities. Some cities allow chickens, some cities don't. And then also you could also in Washington, for example, look at the marijuana change in laws. Some cities welcome the sales distributors and dispensaries, whereas others don't want to allow them in, but still want to enjoy the tax revenue from the state. Each city has their own policy, and it's up to them on how they want to respond to it. Some cities may want to increase law enforcement and drive more homeless out, whereas other cities will be more welcoming to the homeless and allowing them to have more freedoms to take care of themselves. But it all needs to change. There's going to be a lot of change, and yeah, people want to focus on school and all this crap, but I think that's silly. I mean, we really got to take a step back and focus on caring for ourselves. So, with basic things, things that our ancestors knew back in the 1800s. This food stamp stuff and government handouts really didn't start until the 1900s. It's not that long ago, and it was an experiment. And we found that it has failed, just like Social Security. All those have failed. They were just experiments during good times. You can get more experimental when the economy is doing better. But now things have to regress a little bit, and we have to look back look at ourselves and try to find the skills once again that we can bring out in ourselves that were there all along in our ancestors. I mean, I listened to my great-grandparents. I have them made a video of them talking, and my great-grandma made the comment, farming was all she knew. Who really knows farming today? We've lost the values of that. And those video games and stuff where they talk about or they have like farm simulators or work simulators, lawn cutting simulators, or street sweeping simulators, whatever. Those don't prepare you. It really needs to start on the ground level and in reality. We got such a huge dissonance from reality now with the computer age, with the technology that we have and the graphics on the internet and such. But things need to change. Okay, things have changed. They've been clearly changed on the federal government. Now it's up to state to change policies, counties, and cities. All right, it comes down to breaking it down into smaller cities. And you'll learn where the city council's heads are at when if you give them a chance to debate just having chickens in the city. If the city doesn't want it, you're going to either have to uproot that city council or find a new city to live in, because some cities are going to be more forgiving to the homeless, penniless, and jobless.